Hey everyone, and welcome to day one of how to start your blog or business on a budget masterclass. Today we're going to start with some branding basics. Now, a lot of people feel that they have to go out and hire expensive graphic designers or learn how to use some fancy software editing program. And I'm here to tell you that, in fact, is not true. I do not consider myself a techie by any means, and the software that I do use has to be simple to use. You've heard me say it before, and you'll hear me say it again. I need something that a 7-year-old could use. I don't have time to, spend time on any massive learning curves because let's face it, software can be really, really tricky to use. So what I like to do is use easy to use software that saves me time and money. Um, my goal is to especially help those of you that are just starting out and really have a limited budget. When I first started my blog several years ago, I literally had no budget. I didn't even know how I was going to start the blog because I didn't know how I was going to pay for a domain name, let alone some of these other things that you kind of need to grow your business. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and get started on some branding basics and one of the programs that I do like to use. What I'm going to do is spread this out into several different videos so we can focus, on one or two programs at a time, and then you can take a look at the videos and kind of choose which ones might work best for you. So the first program I want to introduce you to is a program called Easel. Really simple to use. They do offer a free version as well as a paid version. The paid version itself isn't very expensive. We can maybe take a look at the pricing. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look here. So with Easel, your basic subscription is free. And these are the things that it gives you. A lot of people find that they are quite happy with the free version, but of course, getting the paid version does offer you several more options. And what I like about the paid version is that you can create animated GIFs. There's also the text masking. If you're not sure what that is, text masking is kind of like, for example, say you wanted your text to look like glitter. You can easily do that without having to know any Photoshop skills with this program. Same with, colored palettes for your brands. What are some of the other things? Using your own fonts, that was another thing, because I am very particular when it comes to my fonts, so I like having that option. So if you move over to the Plus plan where you're getting a lot of those things, it's only $7.50 per month in US dollars, which to me is worth every penny and then some. You can also upgrade and get what they call Edge, which is $59 American per month. And I would say that this is more for, somebody who's running an agency or something. If you're just running a small business on your own, I would say you're probably going to be fine with either the basic or the plus version. I myself have the plus version. So let's go ahead and go back over to the templates. So the other great thing about Easel is that you have tons of ready-made, ready-to-use templates that all you have to do is do some basic editing. So let's take a look and see if we can find something that fits with what I'm going to show you today. So the whole goal is to learn how to start and grow a blog or a business on a budget. So let's go ahead and maybe design something around that theme, and I can later use that when I'm doing the marketing for this course. So I'm just going to pause the video for a moment while I choose one to use. And yes, you will notice that unless I choose to edit parts of the video out, you're going to see that I have several tabs open. That's just the way my mind works. So we'll go ahead and log into Easel. I've set mine so that I can automatically log in with Google. It just makes it super easy to keep everything that's tied to my business connected. Go ahead and choose my Jennifer Dawn account. So as I mentioned, there are tons of ready-made templates for you to use. And what I wanted to point out is that not only do you get the kind that I was just going to choose here, but you can go ahead and narrow it down by your size. So typically I go straight to social media because I do almost all of my promotion on social media. So you have different templates that you can use for, your Facebook covers, your Facebook posts, your infographics, Instagram posts and stories, Pinterest, a mid-sized and a short. The short is actually what they do recommend. Pinterest themselves recommends the 600 by 900. And then you have your other social media templates. Now, we're just going to quickly pop over, just so that I pick the right size, and briefly speak about the other piece of software that I'm going to show you. And what I like to do is really use these two together to create really professional branding. So the other program is called Smart Markups. You can create beautiful branded images like the pros for very little money. So again, let me see if I can find where, let's click on upgrade. Because right now I have it set as a free trial because I wanted you guys to know that as well, that they do offer a free trial. And then you have your different packages for this as well. So $9 a month for premium, which again, when you're starting a business, so far we're at about 20 bucks for Americans, and maybe $30 for Canadians. And let me put it to you this way. I'm going to show you ways that you can start a business for less than $100 a month. So let's carry on. The other package is $19 a month. That's your pro package. So you get everything that's in the premium, plus you can do your own custom mock-ups and branding. And you also get the history of everything that you've done. Then you can go over as you progress and pay $39 for a team account. And then you also get access to your team library, etc. But we're not going to go too much into that. But what I did want to show you is how affordable it is. That's actually at the annual billing. And if you're going to pay monthly, it's a few dollars more per month, of course, because you are splitting it out over 12 months rather than paying it all up front. And any business always offers a discount when you pay for your services up front. I do the very same thing with my business. So what you're going to do is pick which photo that you want to use for your branding, and they have so many different styles to choose from. You have, digital mock-ups, your print mock-ups, apparel mock-ups, the custom ones, and they are all so professional. So I'm just going to pop over here to digital mock-ups and go to laptop, just to show you some of the images that are available, because it's crazy. And the thing I love about this software is that once you create the image that you're going to use in these branding photos, they automatically place them for you, and you'll see for yourself in just a moment. So let me go back here. I think I had seen one on the front page that I want to use. Yeah, I actually want to use this here. So let's click on that and see if I can find it. Okay, so I'm actually just going to choose this one here. So as you can see, there's actually two separate options here for images. You have your image for your tablet and your image for the desktop version. So let's go ahead and actually create the one for the desktop first. So they're saying the size for that should be 1920 by 1080. So what you do is you go back over to easel and you can choose any one of these pre-made templates. And edit them as you see fit. Maybe I'll briefly go over that in another video, but for now I'm going to show you how to create these custom ones. So we'll go in and just pick something that might be kind of similar in size. So I'm just going to take this Facebook advertisement because maybe I can actually, you know, kind of kill two birds with one stone here. I'll show you how to edit these and still make it custom. So I guess we'll take this one here. And I'm just going to quickly go back. What was it? 1920 by 1080. So you're just going to click over here where it says resize. And click on custom. (1920 by 1080) and just hit resize. So now it's automatically resized this image to those dimensions, and now we can go ahead and edit this. I'm actually going to make this a little smaller. Okay, so as we had mentioned, this whole course is about learning how to start a blog or business on a budget, and we're just going to edit that. And I'm just going to stretch this out a little bit more because I don't want to make the font smaller. I'll just move this over. Delete that. Caps lock off there. So one of the reasons that I chose to use this particular image is the fact that it already had a button in place. One of the things that you're going to want to pay attention to is when you're doing your marketing, you always want to give your people a strong call to action. So what that means is with this button, this example, it was saying download. Now what I want is to make people eventually either they're going to click to go sign up for this course, or they're going to click to watch a video. There's going to be a particular action that you want them to take. So this is what you're going to go ahead and do is edit that call to action to reflect what you want them to do. So it could be as easy as writing something like click to learn more. Or, you know, click to sign up for the webinar, whatever the case may be. And In this case, that font, in my opinion, is a little bit too big. So I'm going to go ahead and make it a little bit smaller so that it fits in the box. And I actually think I want that all on one line. So let's go down to 38. Nope, 36 maybe. And stretch it out just a little. There we go. Move it back over. That's still a little too big, so let's go 35. Now that's better. Okay. Now I can oh, no, still a little too big. Well, rather than play with that, I'm actually going to make the box a little bigger. There we go. So as you can see, it's really easy to move things around and edit. Now, of course, we're going to want to change this image here. I'm going to pause the video while I choose my image. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and go with this image because it's a pretty good branded photo, and I can use it without having to also add in, a photo of myself. So we're going to go ahead and delete that original image. And now, once I click on this image, you're going to notice that I get the option as well to put it in the background. So I just wanted to show you guys that you can choose to do something like that, or I could simply pop that into the existing spot where the other image is, or was rather. So let me go ahead and undo this because I don't want that as my background image. Another thing that you could do, I'm going to go ahead and delete that as well. You go over to the side here and you go into where it says shapes, go into the search box and just type in drop zone. So what you get are a bunch of different shapes here that you can use. And I'm going to take this one here and we're going to pop it over here, scale that to size a little bit better, and then I'm going to take that picture that I chose. I'm going to take that picture that I chose and just pop it into that box. Okay, so now that we have that in place, I think I'm actually just going to edit the size just a wee bit more and go back over to your images and take the image that you've chosen and just pop it in the box. And there you go. So it's already been placed for you. Now the only other thing that I want to do at this point is this image is now covering this little banner. So I'm going to click on the image and then go up here and click on position and send it backwards. And sometimes you do have to do it a couple of times. You can also go over here where it'll show your different layers. I typically don't bother opening that. I'll just take my position button and send to back. And now you see that the little flag is above the other image. I'm going to move that down a little, right there. Perfect. Now, see how easy that was to quickly edit and make some custom content? So we're going to take this image and we're going to save it. Go ahead and download that. And I always do the PNG. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to head back over to Smart Mockups, And we're going to go ahead and put that first image in. So we'll go ahead and upload from the computer. Grab my file. And you see, it's already made it so that it's the perfect size. So I'm just going to click crop and continue. And look at that. So now what we're going to do is create another image to go on the tablet. So with the tablet, we need 1536 by 2048. So we're going to go back, and here's where this really can save you time. So if you don't want to create another image altogether, what you can do is go back over to where you resize it, go back to your custom, and what was the size? Oops, that's not what I want. 1536 by 2048. The nice thing here is you can make small changes too, so that you can change it up a little bit. That's gone ahead and resized it for me. Now let's make it a little smaller so you can actually see the size it's meant to be. So here we go, how to start a blog or a business on a budget. So I do want to edit this a little bit though. So for now, I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger so I can work. You all know that I do wear glasses, so it's always beneficial for me to have larger screens. So all right, guys, so what I'm actually going to do is pause the video while I design this. Or actually, you know what? I'm going to keep it recording because there are things that I think are second nature that some people, may not know how to do. So let's keep it rolling. All right, so I've gone ahead and adjusted that a little bit. I actually want to make this a little bit bigger yet. There we go. Now, because I have more space on this size of image, I could take this a little further and add to it by simply putting in some additional text. Okay, I mean, we could say something like that. I actually want people to know it's free, so I'm going to type free in there as well. Okay, and then as I taught you before, you can go, what I'm going to go and do is find my image. I do have an image that I use for a good part of my branding, so I'm going to grab that. Now you're going to notice that there is actually a background to this, and that's not exactly what I want for the look. You're going to see, you can see the color difference here. So what I'm going to do is go back up here, click on the little color circle over here, and just click on the white. So now it blends in seamlessly. And you can also choose to add in some, decorative elements, whether it be arrows or other little decorations. If you go here into shapes, there's a lot of different things you can choose from. The lines. I often will come in here and pick something just to help break up some of the text. So, I mean, you could choose something a little fancier. We'll go ahead and add that, make it a little bit bigger. And that definitely is not part of my branding colors. So I actually don't like the way that looks either. So let's move this around a little bit. There we go. That looks a little bit better to me. Yeah, so that's not what I want. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this and just change it to that color. Another thing that you can do is click on your text and add a shadow. Go ahead and choose soft. I'm going to choose my color, and there we go. So now you can see how easy it is to brand your images using really inexpensive products. So even this, like I'm not so sure that I'm happy with the way it looks. So I'm going to grab this image and I'm going to make it bigger yet. We'll just play around moving things over until you're happy with the way that it looks. And I mean, it's all trial and error. And another thing that you could do is break it up even further by making this button a little bit bigger, like make your call to action really stand out. So let's do that. Let's see how that looks. We'll go ahead and grab our little button there and make that bigger. So I'm pretty happy with the way that looks now. And I'm just going to go up here and throw a 2 on the end, just so I know that this is my second image. And we'll go ahead and download that one. So we'll go back over to Smart Mockups and upload the other image. There it is. Go ahead and open it. And again, you see how it's automatically resized to the perfect size. There we go. And there you have it, folks. A beautifully professional branded image for you to use to grow your blog or your business.